Welcome to Quantum University's Fall 2023 graduation ceremony.
Welcome to Quantum University's graduation ceremony. My name is Alexi Drouin. I'm the Vice President. Today is my honor and great privilege to congratulate all of our graduates. It is this hard work and dedication for years that have finally paid off. I am so proud of you, and we are so proud of you. Today you celebrate with all of your family, friends, and colleagues. Today is your day to celebrate. And therefore, I will commence this commencement ceremony by introducing Dr. Paul Drouin, the President of Quantum University, that will let you know what is your purpose and your mission once you graduate from the university, and what power you have to set in motion this great career and the impact that you will have in the world and your community. So thank you, and aloha!
Welcome and congratulations. Graduation is a very meaningful moment in your career or in your journey to become a doctor in natural medicine or integrative medicine. For some of you, you are on the path. Today, you will graduate from bachelor or from master in integrative or natural medicine. But for all of you, this is very empowering because you are adding credential to your mission of healer and doctor. You will be now or tomorrow what I call the embodiment of pro-consciousness medicine. Why? Because you have been trained on an update model of science, on the premise of quantum physics and neuroscience and neuroplasticity. You have been also introduced of what we call the full potentiality in health. You know how now to redefine the relation between the healer and the healee, the client and the doctor. You're also able to implement new modality of healing that will represent tomorrow what we call the healthcare management. Health management instead of management of disease. We are at a very exciting time in modern medicine. Something is happening. This is what we call democratization of medicine. And you will be the game changer because you understand how to articulate this new relation center on the client. You understand now modalities that will empower the client. You understand how to look at the client from an empowered point of view. You have understand through this premise and principle of quantum physics how this relation of entanglement, the power of intention, and all these concepts that you have integrated in your training will allow you to integrate this game changer that we call democratization of medicine. So you are just at the beginning of your journey. And of course, this is a great moment today, but this journey will pursue, and you will have also to continue your training and education and relation with this community of Quantum University. We invite you to continue this process of knowledge that will be a shift in medicine for this 21st century. Thank you, congratulations again, and welcome to the 21st century medicine of pro-consciousness.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome our guest of honor and keynote speaker, 5-time New York Times best-selling author, scientist and pioneer in the emerging paradigm, bridging science, social policy and human potential, Gregg Braden.
Oh, thank you for that warm introduction. I'm so honored to be with you at this graduating class of Quantum University, pioneers in the integrated health and the healing, the 21st century. Before I go any further, I want to acknowledge all the people in the graduates' lives who have helped them get to where they are today, that shared the journey and supported them with their love and their care, because I know it takes a team to accomplish what you have accomplished in this amazing journey that you have had and that you're about to embark upon. I want to begin with a thank you from me personally. I want to thank you not only for what you've accomplished, but for what you're about to do. Perhaps on levels you may not even be aware of at this time. You know what you've already done. You know what you've accomplished. You know the nuts and bolts of the human body. You understand how cells and systems work and the relationship between fields beyond our bodies and the cells within our bodies. You know that. I'm going to invite you to consider new discoveries that have overturned 150 years of scientific thinking that are going to take what you've learned to even deeper levels. I'm a scientist. I am a degreed earth scientist. I'm a degreed geologist with a very strong background in math, physics, computer science, life sciences, marine biology. And I say this because it is that multidisciplinary background that has allowed me to stay current with new discoveries that are often published in obscure journals, peer-reviewed magazines, but we don't see them in the classrooms and the textbooks on the one hand. And on the other hand, these are the discoveries that catapult us light years ahead of where we have been led to think and where we've been led to believe is true about ourselves and our relationship to our bodies. For example, the ability to cross the traditional boundaries that have separated the sciences opens the door to new possibilities and new discoveries. I found this for myself, just for example, in the year 2004, when I married the traditional wisdom of chemistry and physics and quantum physics with ancient texts, ancient traditions, and obscure languages to reveal the intelligent message that is encoded within the genome of every human body. That message was only recognized through the willingness of me and my team to cross those traditional boundaries. This is exactly what you're doing in integrated health. You are looking beyond the obvious, and you're looking beyond the boxes that have traditionally separated chemistry and biology and physics and math and the world within us from the world around us. So it is these discoveries that open the door to new possibilities, and those new possibilities are what I want to talk to you about right now. As I mentioned, you know what you've done, but you may not know precisely what you're about to do. The best science of the modern world is now telling us that we are not what we have been told in the past, and we are so much more than we've been led to believe. For example, our origin. Scientists agree that we anatomically modern humans, that we appeared on the earth about 200,000 years BP, before present. Scientists agree with that. There's no problem. The mystery is how we got here. The new discoveries in genetics now allow us to retrieve the DNA from the fossilized remains of the most ancient of our ancestors. We have that DNA of those who have come before us, and then we compare their genome to our genome. It tells the story. The first story it tells is that we are not descendants from some of the beings that we used to believe we were descended from. For example, we did not descend from Neanderthal. The studies show that we walked the earth with Neanderthal. We interbred with Neanderthal. And if we shared the earth with them, we could not have descended from them. The studies are showing something even more amazing, because the genome that is revealed from those fossilized remains of our ancestors, when we compare that genome to where we are today, we haven't changed. We appeared on this earth mysteriously 200,000 years ago. We appeared with a genome that gave us capabilities light years beyond what was needed simply for survival at that time. And this is where we find ourselves today. The scientists now are asking the question, where did we get that genome? Well, this is where the mystery becomes even deeper, because we are not the product of random mutations. We're not the product of lucky biology, as the theories of evolution have suggested in the past. You and I are the product of rare and mysterious mutations in the genome. Chromosome number 2, for example. Chromosome number 2 is the second largest chromosome in the human body. It takes up about 8% of each of our cells. It is the product of 2 pre-existing chromosomes that were fused together. And after they were fused, they were tweaked. Genes were added, genes were taken away, genes were silenced to stabilize that fusion. And why is that important? Because it's that chromosome number 2 that gave us a neocortex 80% larger than our nearest primate relatives, and the unique human abilities for things like empathy and sympathy, compassion, the ability to self-regulate our own biology. And if this were the only mutation, we could maybe write it off as a lucky fluke in nature, but it's not. Chromosome number 7, for example, connects our tongue and our jaw and our brain just the right way so that we can have complex speech like I'm sharing with you now, and so that we can sing like no other primate can sing. These mutations did not happen slowly, gradually, over long periods of time. They happened at the same time. They're all dated 200,000 years before present, precisely when you and I emerged into this world, when our species emerged into this world. Now, scientists tell us that when the odds of something occurring are 1 in 10 to the 400th power, that those odds are considered to be impossible. If you have a lottery ticket and the odds 1 in 400, 10 to the 400th, it would be impossible for that lottery ticket to benefit you in any way. When we look at the human genome, what we see is that the odds are 1 in 10 to the 600th that the genome would form the way that it is formed. If 1 in 10 to the 400th is impossible, 1 in 10 to the 600 means it's more than impossible that we are the product of random mutations. There appears to be an intentionality. There appears to be an intelligence underlying our existence. And this is what I want to say to you today, because what the new discoveries now are revealing about the complexity of human cells and the human systems and human biology, it tells us that we are a highly advanced, technologically sophisticated, soft technology. Soft technology. We're not made of computer chips and artificial intelligence and chemicals in the blood. No, we're more than that. We are neurons and cell membranes and ion potentials moving across cell walls. And because of human chromosome number 2, we have the ability to self-regulate all of those functions in a way that no other form of life has ever been able to do. Why am I saying this to you now? Because you're about to embark upon a journey. You're embarking upon the journey to take everything that you've learned about the human body and begin to apply it to people who will come to you with issues and with problems and with things that are causing hurt and suffering in their lives. Every client that comes to you, every patient that trusts you with their lives is giving you the opportunity to have a front row seat into this highly advanced, technologically sophisticated, soft technology that appeared on this planet 200,000 years ago from an intelligence that we're only beginning to understand. We are codes, we are systems. And as you apply what you've learned to this ancient and mysterious code and system, what you're doing is you are participating in what is perhaps the most single sophisticated technology that this world has ever seen. You're understanding how this technology responds to what is given in the world. When someone comes to you with an issue in their bodies, we've been taught to think of the body as flawed or broken and looking for ways to fix it. But what if that's not the case? What if we are so advanced, so sophisticated, that when we have a disease or an illness, what we are seeing is this system's response, fully enabled, fully capacitated, fully complete. It's responding to what it's given. So every patient that comes to you, you're going to have the opportunity to see how their system is responding to what they've given it in their lives. And in doing so, you're going to participate in an ancient and mysterious code that is the result of a mysterious intervention that we're only beginning to understand, that we may not even completely understand within our lifetimes. But it opens the door to a new way of thinking, a new way of healing. And this is what I wanted to say to you about what you've accomplished. When I say thank you for what you are about to do, this is what I mean. This is the journey that you are about to embark upon. the discovery of how this soft technology can function in the presence of a world that we've never seen before. The best science of the modern world tells us that we are living a time unlike any other time in 5,000 years of recorded human history. We're living the convergence, the rare convergence of cycles of climate and economy, human conflict, creating stress in the world on levels that we've never seen, and it is global. The statistics show us it is global stress across borders, across age groups, across cultures. That stress is what leads to the inflammation that is the foundation of 95% of the conditions that people will come to you to diagnose are vested within that inflammation. And as you apply what you've learned with this understanding in mind, that the human body is already fixed, it simply is responding to what it is given to deal with, what life is brought to its doorstep. That is a very, very different way of thinking, and that is what empowers you to make a difference in this world, in this generation, in this lifetime. So very different from what has happened with our ancestors in the past. You've got this degree at just the right time, and it's no accident that it's happening right now. So I wanted to say this to you to give you this insight into the depth of the healing and the sophistication of the technology and the bodies that you'll be dealing with on the one hand. And the second thing that I want to share with you is something very personal. When you witness the suffering and the pain of our global family, you will be touched, as I am, as we all are, from within. How do you deal with that on a personal level? I want to share something with you that I've learned from my home in the high deserts of northern New Mexico and the American desert Southwest. The ancient Navajo, or Diné as they call themselves, had a perspective of life that is integrated with what you have learned about quantum physics. In physics today, we're told there are four fundamental forces: electromagnetism, gravity, the strong and the weak nuclear force. We're trying to unify. The Navajo say there's a fifth force that is yet to be recognized in the modern world. That force is the force of beauty. Beauty. More than an aesthetic that we behold when we are in front of a rainbow or a sunset or a beautiful work of art. What they say is that beauty, literally, is a force of nature. It is the fifth force of nature, and that we are changed in the presence of beauty. When we sense beauty in our bodies, there is a shift in our perception. There's a shift in our feelings and our emotions, and those shifts create neuropeptides and chemical shifts within our bodies. Literally, we are changed in the presence of beauty. Well, to help the ancient Navajo navigate the challenges that they had in their lifetimes, and something that I do in my lifetime almost on a daily basis, there is a beauty prayer that is quite lengthy in its original form, but it can be reduced to three simple sentences. And those sentences simply say, the beauty that I live with, the beauty that I live by, the beauty upon which I base my life. And what does that mean? The beauty that I live with is a reminder that the beauty is already present in the world in all things. Our job is to find it. Our job is to seek out the beauty. As a healer, as an integrated healer, when conditions come to you, your job will be to seek out the eloquent solution that already exists in the beauty and the perfection of the being that stands before you. The beauty that I live with, the beauty that I live by, is an invitation to allow the power of beauty to play a role in our lives, a foundational role, not something that we casually appreciate on rare experiences in our lives, but allow that beauty to become a foundation in our lives. The beauty upon which I base my life, the third sentence, is the invitation to allow the power of beauty to have a presence in your life, to be the cornerstone, to be that foundation upon which you begin to perceive all conditions of all people that come to you. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience, when you begin to think and live this way, if you have not already, when you begin to do this, you are changed and you become more efficient and you become much more open to the possibilities of the extraordinary potential that lives within the human body and the people that will come to you for help. So as we come together to celebrate you, this is your graduation. As we come together today in the way that we are in this virtual experience, I want to thank you once again now for what you've done and now what you are about to do, as I've shared with you my perspective of what those possibilities may look like. I want to thank each and every one of you for everything that you have done in your lives and you're doing right now to help us to become the best version of ourselves, and by doing that, to help us to create the best world possible. Congratulations, graduates.
We are proud to present the graduating class of Fall 2023. Congratulations to the following students who are receiving the Bachelor in Holistic Health Sciences degree. Amiel Zay Abshire, Adateo Adagoka Akano, Colleen C. Bryan, Sarah Elizabeth Collin, Christy Y. Evans, Jiro Jia Tsing Go, Natasha Hardiger, Andrea Lauren Johnson, Barbara Joanna Kalinsky, Mariana Lieberman, Lan Lu, Margaret Elizabeth Mayer, Gary Michael Montemayor, Teresa Marie Ramftel, Crystal Riplugel, Sharon Samet, Elizabeth L. Talboy, Xiao Ching To, Karina Tonkin, Jamie Lynn White. Next, those students receiving master's degrees. Florence St. Joy Akano, Barbara Ann Barrett, Carla Elizabeth Beloki, Shaji Diva Dazen, George V. Farah, Jacqueline Gayanich, Sherry Henricks, Suzanne Marion Jokiel, Pat Faison Mayer, Margaret Elizabeth Mayer, Manja Hurld Podrats, Maximilian Takara Olmer. And now, the students who are receiving doctorate and PhD degrees. Doctorate and PhD in Natural Medicine. Florence St. Joy Akano, Barbara Ann Barrett, Carla Elizabeth Beloki, George V. Farah, Emilia Georgieva, Sherry Henricks, Suzanne Marion Jokiel, Tawny Lynn Lothar, Pat Faison Mayer, Margaret Elizabeth Mayer, Manja Hurlt Podrats, Cynthia Ann Sumner, Maximilian Turkara Ulmer, Doctorate and PhD in Integrative Medicine, Neida Gershimov Alexander, Violetta F. Aninu, Annette Marie Clifton, Shaji Divadesan, Supriya Nair Kulkarni, Tina Prodnik, May Camelia Moise Slack, Yeshi Wangmo. We would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the students who have completed one of our health coach programs. Many of them are already on the path to add doctorate and PhD to their credentials. Exponential Health Coach, Vivian Abu-Alol, Amiel Zay Abshire, Adeteo Adegoka Akano, John Becker, Heather Brandt, Diana M. Caswell, Asal Sarah Etamadi, Janine Catherine Harris, Taina Karina Hauku, Victoria Lee Henry, Sylvia Hanashiro Howard, Suzanne Jokiel, Salma Klaus, Leon Koink, Angela Kulksar, Adele Lefevre, Lan Lu, Patricia McKissick, Joanna R. Mikkel, Maria Ohue, Teresa Ottewell, Tina Diane Pelago Toy, Nicole Polka Dorio, Vesna Strahar Prasnikar, Barbara Ann Purdom, Sandra Anne-Marie Rodney, Raula Barada Samhoan, Rashana Raunia Sharma, Dakota Lee Smith, Lana Solerson, Mary Bernadette Sunshine, Marianne Tardavossian, Quantum Health Coach, Wanda Alvarez, Francisco Nuna Avila, Monica Isila Crosby, Pamela Starr Gotcha, Gwerin Brent Mormon, Morgan Diana Phillips, Luis Reyes, Sandra Anne-Marie Rodney, Maria Yosette Ibarra Diaz Santana, Rashana Raunia Sharma, Biofield Technology Health Coach, Astrid Gearing, Vinkas Kozika, Creative Healthcare Health Coach. Jessica Elena McNabb. Ryan Martin. Herbalism Health Coach. Dawn Marie Elgin. Danielle Mathia. Shani Oni Thompson. Catherine M. Yeoman. Pain Resolution Health Coach. Grace Georges Altea. Margaret Elisa Ferguson. Pro Consciousness Meditation Health Coach. Nicole Polka Dorio. Kylie McGregor. Biofeedback, HRV and Neurofeedback. Antoinette N. Gelke.
Congratulations! Dr. Paul and I are so proud of you. We're so proud because you are the embodiment of Quantum University's mission and vision.
You are taking the first step in your journey to become a leader in what I call pro-consciousness medicine. But you're not alone. You're joining a community of hundreds of students that has graduated in the past from all over the world.
So again, congratulations! Thank you!
And
aloha!
Quantum University's mission is to provide health science certificates and degrees in integrative medicine to distance education students pursuing credentials as healthcare professionals in order to become leaders in holistic health management.